Tonight, step outside and look up at the sky. Not casually, not for a moment. Really look. Search for the deepest, darkest region you can find, far from city lights if possible. Let your eyes adjust slowly. At first you will notice stars scattered across the darkness like distant sparks. But between those stars you will see vast stretches of blackness. Silent, empty, unmoving. Your mind immediately labels it as nothing, a void, an absence, a place where the universe simply stops. For as long as humans have existed, darkness has felt natural to us. Our ancestors feared it, respected it, and tried to push it away with firelight. Darkness represented the unknown, the space where vision failed and imagination took over. We told stories about what might live inside it. We assumed light was rare and temporary, while darkness was eternal and fundamental. It seems obvious. When the sun sets, darkness arrives. When lights turn off, darkness fills the room. When stars fade into the distance, space appears empty. Everything about daily experience convinces you that darkness is real, almost like a substance spreading wherever light disappears. But this intuition is deeply misleading. What you call darkness is not emptiness. It is not a physical thing flowing through space, and the night sky above you is not a blank canvas waiting to be filled with light. In reality, that apparent emptiness is crowded beyond imagination, flooded with radiation, energy, and ancient light traveling across billions of years. Right now, photons from distant galaxies are passing through Earth. Invisible waves from cosmic events cross your body unnoticed. Remnants of the universe's birth surround you in every direction. The sky only looks dark because your eyes evolved to perceive a tiny slice of reality. The truth is unsettling and beautiful. At the same time, the universe has never been truly dark. What you are seeing is not the absence of light, but the limit of human perception. And once you understand why, once you uncover the hidden reasons behind the dark sky, you will never look upward the same way again. The night will stop feeling empty. Instead, it will feel alive, active, and filled with unseen motion, because the greatest illusion the cosmos ever created is the illusion of darkness itself. For most of human history, darkness was never questioned. It was accepted as the natural background of existence, the default state of reality itself. Light was seen as temporary, a flame that flickered, a star that burned, a brief interruption in an otherwise silent and shadowed universe. Ancient thinkers tried to explain the cosmos using the knowledge available to them. Philosophers imagined perfect celestial spheres rotating endlessly around Earth, surrounded by an eternal darkness beyond human reach. The night sky appeared calm and unchanging, reinforcing the belief that the universe itself was static and complete. Even as scientific understanding grew, one assumption remained untouched: the sky is dark because space is mostly empty. It seemed obvious. Then, in the early 19th century, a simple question shattered that certainty. In 1823, a German astronomer named Heinrich Olbers examined the night sky and asked something so straightforward it almost sounded childish. If the universe is infinite and filled with stars, why isn't the entire sky bright? Think about it carefully. If stars extend endlessly in every direction, then no matter where you look, your line of sight should eventually land on the surface of a star. Every tiny patch of sky should glow as brightly as the sun's surface. Darkness should be impossible. Yet the sky remains mostly black. This contradiction became known as Olbers' paradox, and it revealed something astonishing. Either the universe is not infinite in the way people imagined, or our understanding of light, space, and time was fundamentally incomplete. The question forced scientists to reconsider everything: the age of the universe, its structure, and even whether it had a beginning at all. Darkness was no longer a simple observation, it became evidence. The blackness of the night sky was not proof of emptiness, but a clue pointing toward deeper cosmic truths. Slowly, a realization emerged. The universe was not eternal and unchanging. It had a history, it evolved, light itself required time to travel, and space was far more dynamic than anyone had imagined. The dark sky was no longer a mystery to ignore. It was a message telling us that the cosmos is finite in age, constantly changing, and governed by laws far stranger than human intuition suggests. And this realization leads directly to the first great verdict: a discovery that transforms darkness from a simple absence into a consequence of cosmic motion itself. At first glance, the answer to the dark sky seems simple: The universe, scientists tell us, is about 13.8 billion years old. That number feels unimaginably large, far beyond human comprehension. Surely you might think that is more than enough time for light to spread everywhere and erase darkness completely. But light does not appear instantly. It travels. Even the fastest thing in existence, moving at the speed of light, still requires time to cross distance. Imagine standing deep within a forest at night when someone lights a lantern far away. The illumination does not reach you immediately. It moves outward, gradually, crossing space step by step until it finally arrives. Now expand that idea to cosmic scale. Every star, every galaxy, every explosion of light in the universe sends photons outward like ripples across an endless ocean. But those ripples have only been traveling since the universe began. This means there is a limit to how far their light can reach, a boundary defined by time itself. There are regions of the universe so distant that their light is still on its journey toward us. From our perspective, those places remain unseen, hidden beyond a cosmic horizon. The darkness you observe in the sky is partly the result of this unfinished arrival. The universe simply has not existed long enough for all light to reach every location. Yet the situation becomes even stranger. If time alone were the problem, darkness would eventually disappear. Given enough billions of years, light should fill every corner of space. The sky would slowly grow brighter until no darkness remained. But that never happens, because the universe is not standing still while light travels through it. Space itself is expanding. Galaxies are moving away from one another, carried along by the stretching fabric of space. Some are receding so rapidly that their light will never reach us. Not tomorrow, not billions of years from now, not ever. It is like walking toward a destination while the road beneath your feet lengthens faster than you can move. No matter how long you continue, the distance never closes. So the darkness above you is not evidence of emptiness. It is evidence of motion, a universe growing larger every second, pulling distant light forever beyond our reach. The night sky looks dark, not because light is absent, but because much of the universe is permanently beyond our ability to see it. And this realization leads to an even deeper truth. Even the space that appears empty is overflowing with light you cannot perceive. You trust your eyes. Every day they guide you through reality, convincing you that what you see represents what truly exists. When you look into the night sky and notice vast stretches of darkness between stars, your brain reaches an immediate conclusion: nothing is there. But your eyes are not designed to reveal reality in full. They are survival tools, shaped by evolution to detect only a narrow slice of the universe. Light is far more than what appears visible. Imagine the electromagnetic spectrum as a piano keyboard, stretching for miles in both directions. Human vision can hear only a few keys near the center. Those few keys form the visible spectrum, the tiny band of colors ranging from red to violet. Everything beyond that range remains invisible to you, even though it surrounds you constantly. Radio waves pass through your body every second, carrying signals from distant transmitters. Microwaves drift silently through space. Infrared radiation radiates from warm objects, including your own skin. Ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays travel across the cosmos, carrying enormous energy. All of it is light, all of it is real. The darkness you perceive is not empty space. It is space filled with wavelengths your biology cannot detect. Even more astonishing is the ancient light that fills the entire universe, a faint glow left over from the moment the cosmos first became transparent. Shortly after the universe was born, it was so hot and dense that light could not travel freely. Photons were trapped in a glowing fog of particles, unable to move without constant collisions. Then, as the universe expanded and cooled, something remarkable happened. Light was suddenly released, streaming outward in every direction. That radiation has been traveling ever since, stretching as space expands and cooling over billions of years. Today it still exists as a faint microwave signal known as the cosmic microwave background, a quiet echo of the universe's birth that fills every direction equally. You cannot see it, but specialized instruments detect it everywhere, proving that even the emptiest regions of space are saturated with radiation. There is no true void, no perfectly dark gap between stars. What you call darkness is simply light beyond your perception, a universe glowing in frequencies your eyes were never meant to see. And this brings us to an even closer realization. Light is not only traveling across space, It is being created constantly by everything around you. If you think the night sky is dark, consider this. Darkness does not exist even here on Earth, even in the quietest, stillest room. Every object around you, every atom, every molecule, is radiating light. Anything above absolute zero emits energy. Absolute zero, the point at which all atomic motion stops, has never been reached anywhere in the universe. Not in the voids of intergalactic space, not in our most advanced laboratories. Everywhere matter hums, vibrates, and radiates. That radiation is light, just at frequencies your eyes cannot see. Your body itself glows. At around 37 degrees Celsius it emits infrared radiation, heat that your eyes cannot perceive but cameras can detect. The chair beneath you, the air surrounding you, the walls of the room, they all give off faint light. If you pointed an infrared camera at a space that appears completely dark, you would see a landscape alive with gentle glowing patterns, a secret illumination invisible to ordinary vision. Even the coldest regions of space are not truly dark. Dust clouds, gas, distant planets, and the farthest stars all emit faint energy. Photons travel constantly through every corner of the universe. There is no pocket of space completely free of radiation. Even in what seems like perfect night, invisible light exists everywhere. Think about this. The darkness you perceive is not a feature of the universe. It is a limitation of your senses. You see blackness because your eyes detect only a small portion of electromagnetic radiation. The rest, the vast majority of light, remains unseen, but it is always there, streaming, vibrating, moving, and interacting. Even heat is light. Light is heat. They are two sides of the same cosmic conversation. A metal rod placed into a flame begins to glow, first red, then orange, then white hot. It is not changing its essence. It is simply speaking louder in the language of energy. Everything does this, all the time. Everything is luminous, even if our senses cannot measure it. So the next time you step outside at night and notice the deep black of the sky, remember this. It is not darkness you see. It is a universe alive with light, pulsing in ways you cannot perceive. The night is a cosmic symphony of radiation, much of it ancient, some of it just born, and all of it invisible to your naked eye. The first three verdicts together reveal a stunning truth. The universe does not permit true darkness. Space itself is filled with light, in motion, in creation, and in constant transformation. Darkness is always temporary, always relative, and almost entirely a product of perception.